1.5 years ago, I watched that YouTube video and the person in there started to talk about the book Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and I knew who David Goggins is. I knew that he's known for being disciplined, but I didn't really listen to him a lot. I didn't watch a lot of his stuff, almost nothing. Not even his podcasts. But that guy, he started to talk about how good this book is for discipline and how beneficial it can be for discipline for that thing. So I decided to buy it and read it. In that book, I learned about one habit that I also implemented in my life a few months later that completely changed my discipline. So it is running, but for the first time trying to implement this habit into my life, I failed. Because for the first time that I read that book, that David Goggins book, Can't Hurt Me, I decided to start running. I went for a 1K run, 1,000 meters run. For the first time I said, starting is better than doing nothing, so I started, but it was so painful, so bad, and I didn't really care about it, because cardio is for skinny guys. I didn't really stuck to it. I tried to run a few times, but then I stopped. I wanted to run a marathon, by the way. I had this goal. I knew that I'm going to achieve it, but I said to myself, this is not a time for cardio. You wanna get more jacked, so focus on this for now. I just had a bunch of copes, but then I read his second book, never finished, and I still didn't get into running. But then after a few months, I decided to reread Can't Hurt Me, and then I went for that 6K run, like 3 miles, in which I realized how fun and painful running can be. So I went to that run. At first I wanted it to be a 10K run. So I ran the first kilometer and it was so fucking hard. I was so lightheaded and I just felt pain. My legs were in pain, I had a hard time breathing. It was just pain. And then I ran the second kilometer and I got a bit better. And then as I looked at the horizon, I saw a storm coming. And as I looked at it, I felt excited because I knew that I'm not going to run just a 10K run. I'm going to go through some pain, and after reading Goggins' book, you can probably guess what my perception of pain was. So I wanted it to come, and as it came, bro, it hit me like this. It was such a storm, bro. At an instant, I got fully soaked wet. I had only 2 layers on. I didn't expect it to come, and bro, it was painful. It was so damn cold. I had a hard time moving my fucking fingers. I had no gloves on, nothing like that. Yeah, it was pretty cold, but I didn't expect a storm to fucking come. So I just ran in the train for 3 or 4 more kilometers. And then I just went back home. I took the L because I couldn't keep going. My legs were in pain, my body was in pain, my spirit was in pain. Everything was just painful. But it was also fun, not in a masochistic way, nothing like that. It was fulfilling, because after going through it, I went through it. I finished it. Now, I failed for sure, but I didn't expect it to be so hard, and I still went through it, and I finished that hard thing, and it felt so fulfilling, so good. And that's when I realized I should get more into running. And after that point, I started to run 3 kilometers every day. I set myself this challenge for a few months. I did it for 3 months, and then I went into a real training plan. I ran a half marathon 3 months after that point, and then I started to train for a marathon. I ran that marathon, and now I train for a marathon again. And through the journey, I have managed to develop a bunch of discipline. And if you are a man who wants to become more disciplined, then I really think that running is an activity that will help you and benefit you a lot. How do you start? I started by going and running 3 kilometers every day for a few months. It was dumb, I won't sit here and lie, but it worked. So you can take this path, you can set an amount of mileage that you will run each and every day no matter what, and stick to it, and do it consistently. Or you can just start with a training plan. Let's say training for a half marathon or a 10K run, and then do it, go through it, and as you will go through it, you will have to go through these runs that are painful, that are hard, that are way more longer than you have ever thought you are capable of, and you will have to go through them and prove to yourself that you are capable of going through them, and through that you will not only develop a lot more discipline, you will also become a way better, stronger, tougher, and more fulfilled individual, which is awesome, right? And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, you can like and subscribe, and I will put some links for free stuff in the description. Bye, bro.